already a veteran of the ring, but still to attain a world title, Jersey Joe Walcott slugs it out with Rex Lane. New York, 24th of November, 1950.
Joe Walcott moves out for round one. Rex Lane in white trunks goes right after Walcott. The 36-year-old Jersey Joe Walcott from Merchantville, New Jersey, has tried unsuccessfully to take the World Heavyweight Championship 3 times. In December of 1947, 3 years ago, he lost a very controversial 15-round decision to Joe Louis in New York. The following year, he was KO'd by Louis in the 11th round. And in June of 1949, Jersey Joe lost a 15-round decision to Ezzard Charles for the heavyweight title in Chicago. Joe's a cutie in there. Rex Lane has been fighting professionally for only 2 years, but Rex has impressed everyone with his punching power. Rex has had a sensational start as a pro, 16 consecutive KOs. Jersey Joe has a sneaky right hand. Both of these men can take you out of there with one punch. That's why they have to be very careful. Walcott ties up Lane. Referee Ruby Goldstein tells the fighters to break. And there's the end of the round. Lane won rounds 2 and 3. Walcott boxed smartly to win round 4. Here in round 5, it's still very close. Walcott always feinting in there. A good left hook by Walcott. Since the beginning of the year, Jersey Joe has KO'd Harold Johnson, Emilio Agramonte, and Johnny Storr. And in his last fight, he took a 10-round decision from Hein ten Hoff at Mannheim, Germany. Walcott's manager, Felix Pachicchio, would like another shot at heavyweight champion Ezzard Charles early next year. Sharp, ripping punches by Rex Lane. Rex weighed in this afternoon at 195 pounds. He's in beautiful shape for tonight's fight. A slip. That's not scored as a knockdown. Lane avoided that punch. Lane staying all over Walcott. Referee Ruby Goldstein has his work cut out for him this evening. Rex Lane not giving Jersey Joe Walcott any punching room at the end of the round. Rounds 6 through 8 were scored evenly by the judges. Here in round 9, neither fighter has gained a decided advantage. Walcott seems to accomplish so much in the ring with so little movement. It's said that Jersey Joe is a throwback to the old style of fighting when slipping punches and feinting were methods used to save energy. Joe is definitely a master boxer. Lane's left eye is cut. KG Jersey Joe jabs at that eye. Once again, Goldstein parts the two fighters. Both men being extremely cautious here in round 9. And there's the end of round 9. As the fighters touch gloves for the final round, it's still anyone's fight. These last 3 minutes could mean the difference between winning and losing. Lane staying all over Jersey Joe Walcott. Walcott punching back. Goldstein parts the fighters once again. Both men appear to be tired here in the middle of round 10. Lane throwing bombs. A good sharp right hand by Rex Lane. Rex is definitely taking round 10. Once again, Ruby Goldstein separates the two fighters. there's the bell ending the fight. Rex Lane wins a unanimous, hard-fought decision over Jersey Joe Walcott.
After 2 defeats in the third of his classic confrontations with Ezzard Charles, Jersey Joe Walcott is still chasing the World Heavyweight title. Pittsburgh, 18th of July, 1951.
And here's round 1. This is a feinting, feeling out round, with both boxers using their left jabs for the most part. That was Walcott's. Walcott in the white trunks, Charles in the black. It is to be a clean, square fight all the way. Walcott is wide and over Charles' head with his right hand. Charles sharp with the left. And again, and misses with the right. Walcott steps in with the left to the body. Walcott feigning, trying to make Charles lead. But Ezzard is wary. And they clinch again. Charles sharp with his left. Then leads with the right, and Walcott takes it in close without much damage. Charles dancing on his toes, Walcott flat-footed. Walcott steps back and Charles leaps in. This is a fairly even round all the way. Walcott ties Charles up inside. Both know how to box and both are being very careful. Jigging Joe there for a minute. They batter each other inside, and those are hard punches. Walcott feints with his right, and they clinch just at the bell. Now here's round 2. Charles is a little more aggressive in this round. Both hunt for openings that they don't find yet. Walcott still trying to make Charles lead. Canny old veteran, Jersey Joe. He's been to these ring wars for 20 years. The oldest man ever to fight for the title. This is the 5th time that Walcott has challenged for the heavyweight championship. 3 times with Charles and twice with Joe Louis. The fight follows the same pattern. with Walcott beginning to use the left of the body more. Majority of fans thought that Walcott won his first title fight with Joe Louis, but he got neither the decision nor the title. Both being cautious and most punches being sharp at this juncture. Again, they hammered each other in a clinch. Good referees aren't seen much, and McTiernan wasn't seen much in this fight. Jersey Joe patting his gloves together. It's just a trick of his, means nothing. And there's the bell, ending round 2. They come to scratch for round 3. Still jabbing, still fencing, still cautious. But in this round, the real fighting is to start, and Charles is to be hurt before it's over. This is Pittsburgh's first heavyweight championship fight, and it proves to be sensational. It's with the right hand to the head along in here that Charles' eye is cut. First blood of the fight for Walcott. Charles misses a right to the body. Walcott's left to the body lands. In a battle of jabs, Walcott is landing first and hardest. A brisk rally in this corner. Now the sharp exchange of the fight so far. I think it was in that exchange that Charles' eye was cut. Possibly by that right hand, however, which made Ezzard's knees sag. But neither man is seriously hurt when the bell rings. Round 4. Once more, Walcott goes to work with his jab. And again. The last one was short, however, and so was Charles. Those punches inside may not look as if they hurt, but that's because these fellas can take them. Both are in perfect shape. And most of even those sharp punches inside would knock an ordinary man down. Hez keeps seeking an opening and can't find one. And the old fellow from Jersey continues to outbox him. You'll note that Charles is down flat-footed now more than he was earlier in the fight. And all the rounds in here, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, belong to Walcott. The jab's working like a piston for Walcott now. But he's still taking plenty of care. No knockdown so far, and in all the rounds up to now that these two men have fought, some 30-odd, there's been only one knockdown. That was in Detroit. Charles knocked Walcott down in the 9th round of that fight. But Joe hurt him then, and then the bell. Walcott is more aggressive, although round 5 is much like those that have preceded it. And most of the spectators probably expected a decision. Walcott digging for the body. The pace is fast for big men, and both fighters begin to tire a little in here. The heat and the ring lights didn't help either. Charles trying to get untracked and not succeeding. Again in that exchange, the champion has the worst of it. Charles lands to the kidney. And again. Hard as the punches are, however, it's still a boxing match. They fight hard inside. Walcott trying to draw a lead. Then leads himself and lands with a good right. sneak right is supposed to be Walcott's best punch. There he lands it, and again. And with that punch, Jersey Joe dropped Joe Louis 3 times in their 2 fights. And there's the bell ending round 5. So the 6th round begins. In this 3 minutes, Charles is to show to some better advantage and perhaps win the only round that he won in the fight. Not that rounds were to matter in the end. Joe misses with his quick right hand, and again over Charles' head. Walcott steps back, very, very cautious. Charles can't get to him. But they fight hard inside here, and both men land stinging blows. Nobody has been hurt badly, but the pace is fast for big men. And the boxing is first rate too. This time it's Charles cuffing Walcott in the clinch. Now Jersey Joe puts on his famous walk. The only time in the fight that Walcott did that. Jigging in again, old Joe, and stepping back Charles. Walcott with a left and a right that misses, too short. They bang each other to the body, head to head. Walcott walking in, but Charles meeting him with good punches. Joe is short with his left, steps back. Now it's Walcott's left hook. And the bell. Round 7. It starts just as the other rounds have, with a clinch. But the storm is about to break now. Charles misses with the right. Drives Walcott back toward the ropes. Joe pats his gloves. Now Charles lands and has him nailed in a corner. They clinch again, and the referee pulls them apart. Watch now. Charles backs away, and the left hook. That's it. He's down. The champion is down. Charles tries to get up. He struggles as the referee counts. He's going to make it. Is he going to make it? Yes, he's up. No. Back on his back. And that's all. The fight's over. Jersey Joe Walcott, 37 years old, is the new champion of the world. And as this wild mob gathers around old Jersey Joe, he sinks to his knees in that neutral corner. In a minute you'll see him disappear. He's gone. They're getting Charles up and back to his corner. But for several minutes after the fight, Ezzard still didn't know what had happened. That was perhaps, and almost surely, the most decisive single punch ever landed in a heavyweight championship match. See how tired Jersey Joe Walcott, the new champion, is as I talk with him in the ring. "You're tired, Joe," I said to him, and if you'll watch a minute, you'll see how tired he was. But he's very happy, as he should be. Father of 6 children, a very devout man, a kindly and a good man. And this is the end of a great fight, as all Pittsburgh seems to try to crawl into the ring. The new champion, Jersey Joe Walcott.
For the 4th time, Jersey Joe Walcott, now the world heavyweight champion, faces Ezzard Charles in what came to be the last of their bruising battles. Philadelphia, 5th of June, 1952.
The story of Jersey Joe Walcott, still heavyweight champion of the world. The story of a man with a prayer and a punch, and seemingly eternal youth. There were no knockdowns whatever in the fight, but both men were hurt repeatedly, and there were many hard punches and much good boxing. Very fast, too, for heavyweights, these two men. This first round was perhaps the most even of the entire 15. The referee who comes into the picture here is Zach Clayton, and he is the first Negro ever to referee a World's Heavyweight Championship bout. Notice Walcott's quick reflexes and the fine muscles in his back. Charles, a well-built man, too. But Joe's really cat-like, and his legs are the best that I have ever seen in an athlete of his age. He says that's 38. Some say it's 38 going on 45, but that doesn't matter. He is a wonderfully trained athlete for a man even of 38. That was the right hand that Joe Louis won't forget. In the early rounds, Charles worked to the body, mostly with a left hook, and a few times was on the belt line. That time it was Walcott with the left hook and the right counter. All through the fight, right to the end, Jersey Joe was trying to land a knockout punch. He knew he had it. He couldn't get it across. Neither could Charles, although Charles doesn't hit quite as hard. So ended round 1. Still all even, still nobody hurt. Here was the liveliest round of the entire fight, and where it looked as if there might well be a knockout, but Jersey Joe took charge and was forcing the fighting at the end, although there were stiff exchanges by both men and stiff punches landed by both men in this round. Let's watch it. Now it's Charles who has been trying to get in a right hand because he probably senses here that he's behind, which he definitely was at this stage of the fight. The burden of the proof is on the challenger now. Walcott's ahead. This is round 9. Hazard must come on from here or else. And Joe gives him little chance. A good right hand by Charles. And so ends round 9. It was in this ring 26 years ago that Gene Tunney, in one of the great upsets of boxing history, took the heavyweight title from the supposedly invincible Manasseh Mauler, Jack Dempsey. That was the night it rained and the greatest crowd in boxing history. More than 120,000 fans paid to see Gene and Jack fight. Even then, 26 years ago, this man that you're watching, Joe Walcott, was beginning to fool around with boxing gloves. And it was only 4 years later, or in 1930, that he started boxing professionally under his own name of Arnold Cream, or the ring name of Young Walcott. At that time, Jersey Joe was a lightweight or even a featherweight when he first started boxing. Only one other man in ring history ever grew to be almost a heavyweight after beginning that light, and that was Georges Carpentier, the Orchid Man of France. So Walcott has fought through almost all divisions, at almost all weights, now a full-fledged heavyweight, now the heavyweight champion, and now banging away at Charles again, trying to stop him, always trying to knock him out. Never to the end did Jersey Joe stop punching away. There's that right hand, and you could see Charles sag. That was a beauty. That was the punch that dropped Lewis repeatedly. It's a quick right lead, unorthodox, but Walcott throws it so quickly you can see him start it thin. That was the left hook very fast, but he throws that right so quickly that his opponent doesn't have much defense against it. Particularly, Charles didn't have any defense against it because he insisted on keeping his hands down after almost every break. For a good boxer, this is unusual and almost an unpardonable sin. There it was again, just missed. Well, there certainly was no crowd of over 100,000 for this fight. All of Jersey Joe's family, his 6 children and his wife were there. First time they'd ever seen him fight. And of course that helped swell the crowd considerably. At this juncture, nobody knew who was going to win the fight. Although the decision wound up being unanimous, they shake hands now for the last round. It was still very close, and both men thought they had a chance as the last round began. However, Charles just couldn't turn loose. He's still fiddling around, still dancing around. The burden of the proof is on him, but he doesn't prove it. chasing himself as he was throughout. Walcott, tired now, is still knows what to do, still can move around. Still makes Charles miss and keeps Ezzard at bay. So there they were, punching it out at the bell. Now they shake hands again, and Walcott walks part of the way to Charles' corner. There he is, Jersey Joe Walcott, still champion of the world.